What? Yeah! 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 What?
Hi, this is America's Pastor inviting you to stay tuned for the world's greatest boxing commentary as he continues on the road to 10,000. Now he's back at it like a crack addict, giving you boxing geekers that work. I want you to put your hands together and give him some love as we welcome the one, the only, TDub.
Yo, what up, guys? It's your boy T-Dub, Mr. Whatsblazing the Sports. I am back at it like a crack addict, giving you boxing geekers that work, this work, less work. You already know. Man, I had so many videos in my mind that I wanted to do, and guys, my job has me doing 6 days a week, just so much and overtime every day. It's just been killing being able to get content out. But I've been watching. I'm definitely trying to go live. I'm gonna work a half a day Saturday, so I want to go live and I want to catch Chisora, right? I want to see that Chisora versus Pulev. I want to call that fight. We have I can't think of her name. Oh my gosh, my girl went over Shields. Clarissa Shields, man, listen. I saw that press conference with Clarissa Shields. I'm telling you, man, that energy, that confidence. I haven't seen that level of confidence. Like the way she's talking is the way Floyd Mayweather was talking to Arturo Gatti. Like Clarissa mentally, she is like, she's there. And of course, what else we got going on? Oh, Luis Ortiz versus Andy Ruiz, a fight I would have really wanted to see a year or 2 years ago, but it's happening now. Let's get to it. My boy, the one, the only American Pastor Tribe in the building, what it does. Guys, and of course, the name of this video, Wilder, Mr. Bomb Squad himself. He is back, guys. He's back. I caught a video on 78 Sports TV, put it out there live. And I was just, just working, and I was on YouTube like, oh, snap, right? And I listened to it, and of course, I'm listening for that question. I'm listening what everyone is there for. When are you coming back? Are you coming back? And he tried to walk the fence with it for a little bit, didn't want to let much of it out. And he said, you know what? I am coming back. And I kind of had a feeling that he was coming back by the way he was talking. Guys, if you have not heard Deontay Wilder, Mr. Bomb Squad, is coming back to boxing, fighting later this year. This year, guys. And we're going to talk about potential matchup, who you want to see a fight. We don't know. He said there's something in the works right now. And I can't wait for it. Listen, man, I'm a Bomb Squad fan. I'm a Wilder fan. I want to see listen, man. We're going to talk about it. I want to get your guys' thoughts on it. Please smash the like button. Jesus. Right. Subscribe to the channel. Consider becoming a member. And let's talk about it. Let's go ahead and get it in. Like Gone with the Wind. Let's talk about it. Guys, Wilder fought 3 amazing, spectacular, memorable fights with Tyson Fury. I mean, just Wilder, almost his whole, because I haven't seen every fight of Wilder, I'm going to say every fight I have seen of Deontay Wilder, to be honest, it's like you can't miss TV. You gotta see it, right? Because it always has a dramatic finish, a dramatic end, right? Every fight Wilder was involved in pretty much has a dramatic end in some sort, right? Love him or hate him, you're gonna be entertained. Wilder gives you that thrill that you want to get from most movies, right? You want to be able to build a relationship with a character. You want to see the character go through tough times. You want to see the character, bounces back and get a great finish, or possibly get finished. And Wilder took some time off, man. He said, "Good fight, Joyce." Hey, you read my mind, these folk. That is hey. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get all the way to that. If you guys can't hear me, let me know. Hopefully you can hear me. Though, when I think about Wilder and he was contemplating not coming back, to me that's already scary. Because when you contemplate retiring, and if you two take a fight while you kind of contemplating it, a lot of times it don't go in your favor. A lot of times, because you're already kind of exiting out. You kind of want to step out, and if things get a little bit tougher, you might not have that dig down that you normally would if you're not contemplating it. And I'm glad he took some time. I believe that if Wilder was forced to make a decision quick, I think it would have checked out. But he took some time. Because remember, Wilder got what he asked for, and that's tough. First of all, when a fighter says, "Let me go out on my shield," it is my personal belief. I don't know what they think, but it's my personal belief is that no fighter wants to go out on the shield. What I mean, no fighter wants to lose. No fighter is going into a fight wanting to lose. They're all going there highly confident. When I used to box, I never thought about losing. I just never thought about it, right? I didn't. I got hit, I dug down. I never thought about it. A fighter don't go into a fight thinking about losing. It's not on their mind. But if they do, they want to go out with respect. So I think Wilder is the respect about it. I don't want nobody to try to say by the bell. No, let me go out. Because as a fighter, you feel that you always have that chance, right? And he fought Fury in his last fight, and he went out on his shield. He did it. And now you have to, if you're a fighter, I can imagine, you got to evaluate that, right? Listen, man, you went out on your shield. That means you were stopped. And the crazy thing about it, when Fury dropped him the last time and it looks like Wilder was like video game knocked down to the canvas, this man was still motioning to get up. Like, whoa! He was motioning to get up. I'm telling you, man, I don't, that's hard. But, once it's all settled, listen, and That probably was tough for Wilder, going through that, going through the things he went with Tyson Fury, all of that, right? Sometimes that's a little bit tough to swallow. And he took some time out, and he came back, and he announced that he is back. And my thoughts on it is amazing. Yes. Hand clap, praying emoji. Yes, because characters like Wilder, what he brings to the sport, his ability to change a fight, the dramatic fashion, the excitement that he can bring to you in a heartbeat. It'll probably feel like being on that slingshot ride where you know what's going to happen, but you don't know when it's going to happen. And when it still happens, it's still just holy smack type of feeling that Wilder brings to the sport of boxing. And I'm glad he's back, and I want him to have success coming back because, he is one of my, favorite fighters. I just like watching Deontay Wilder box. I like watching it. I like seeing him do his thing, and I like to see what happens when that right hand lands. So now, with that being said, guys, Deontay Wilder, if this is correct, Deontay Wilder is rated or ranked number 1 by the WBC. Obviously, he's not going to fight Tyson Fury next, Joshua, or Usyk, right? Those are out of it, right? But let's talk about some fights that he possibly could fight this year. The number 2 guy behind Deontay Wilder, as said in the chat by Default Apocalypse, Joe Joyce. That's the number 2 guy. So I'm gonna name some guys who they got here, and who I think that might be who he can do. Joe Joyce is number 2. Yeah. Joseph Parker, who is friends with Tyson Fury. I doubt he take it. Frank Sanchez, number 4. That one ain't gonna happen. If Andy Ruiz beat Luis Ortiz, then that's a good matchup for later the year. If Luis Ortiz beat Andy Ruiz, I don't think no one want to see the number 3 fight right now between Wilder and Ortiz. But if Ruiz win, that could be in the talks. Now, here's another favorite of mine that I don't think is going to happen yet, but it's a favorite of mine. At number 7, Dylan White. Listen, man. I want to see Wilder hit White. I want to see what happens. I want to see when Deontay Wilder caught back that right hand and see what happens. I want to see it. Let's see. Otto Valine. I don't know if he'll do it. Robert Helenius. Guys, that's not a bad fight. Robert Helenius, I think he's coming off a couple. Didn't he just beat Adam Konoski? And was it? Let me see. Who did he beat last? Because I think he on like a 2 or 3 fight winning streak or something. Let me see. Who did he beat last? All right, 31 wins, 20 knockouts, 3 losses. He beat Adam Konoski twice, back to back. Listen, Adam Konoski was on the verge of, he was really getting that star push. He lost to Gerald Washington by KO. Listen, if Gerald Washington can KO Robert Helenius, Wilder can KO him. But listen, against Adam Konoski, Robert looked like a pretty good boxer from what I've seen. I mean, he was boxing and banging. Like, what, he stopped Adam Konoski in the 4th round, then got a 6th round stoppage. See, Adam Konoski, he's not even in the top. See, I think Wilder's going to fight somebody probably in the top 15, preferably by the WBC, if I had to guess. He doesn't have a belt, so I don't think he's obligated to do it, but he might. Michael Hunter at number 12. For some reason, I don't see that one. Philip Herkovic. Nah, he's not going to. That's a strong dude coming up. But all right, Zane. All right, here we go. The top. Let's narrow it down. Joe Joyce. I like it. Dylan White. I like it. Robert Hellenius, I like it. I just don't listen. Vandy Ruiz beats Ortiz. I don't know if that's the fight Wilder should have his first fight back. What do you guys think? Like, Wilder's been out for a while. You know, Dylan White. Fury came back. He done fought and he been gone again. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's just say this. Let's go with 3. Joe Joyce, Dylan White, Robert Hellenius. Now, the 2 I want to see the most would be Dylan White, which, listen, man, Dylan White ain't going to take that. Dylan White still talking about he got pushed by Tyson Fury, but yet he couldn't get up before 10 count. The Joe Joyce fight. I know Joe Joyce is going to try to get him over there in the UK. But what makes me so intrigued about this Joe Joyce fight is that Joe Joyce, his head is truly like his nickname. The dude has a juggernaut head. He can take punches. I really want to see, and he doesn't really move that head a lot. Now, when he's shadow boxing, he's doing this. He's doing all the rolling, but when it comes down to actual fighting, Joe Joyce try to walk down his opponents. There is none of that really good head movement. Got a high guard, trying to walk him down and land some big shots. I just want to see what's going to happen. When Deontay Wilder sets that right hand up and lands it, if Joe Joyce can eat a Deontay Wilder right hand, oh, man. Man. Listen, how many can he eat? That's the question. How many? How many can he eat? I don't know, man. See, Fury was good because he was able to slip and roll a lot of those shots. So when the right hand come, he'll lean back and he'll roll with it, taking a lot of steam and power off them shots. That's not Joe Joyce style. And if Joe Joyce, who is 36 years old, he got to be moving quicker because at some point he's going to catch a loss. He has to be moving quicker. And one of the fastest way to the top, if you can come out and beat Deontay Wilder, that'll give you new fans. People will start looking at what you can do potentially against Joshua, against Tyson Fury. That's the fight. Joe Joyce only has 12, 13, 14 fights? Max? Well, let me see. Let me go back to it. Joe Joyce don't got that many fights at all, man. Let me see. Because he just beat Kristen Hammer. And you know what? Kristen Hammer was hitting Joe Joyce for all kinds of overhand rights. He dominated the first round. I believe won the second round. But the moment he started showing fatigue and started letting Joe Joyce land them shots, it was over. Joe Joyce, 14 total fights. 36 years old. Nicknamed the Juggernaut. 14 wins. 13 by knockout. No losses. What was that decision at? Who we get a decision against? Oh, okay. Oh, Brian Jennings. Brian Jennings. Got a decision with him. Okay. Guys, that one, to me, because Joe Joyce, let me look at that again. I think he's just been fighting over there in the UK. Yeah, look at that. Yep, look at it. Look at that. Wembley. what's that? Westminster, Stafford, Greenwich. This is like all. Hold up. Joey Joyce fought over here in 2018 twice. Once in Canada, then once in LA. Okay, he done dipped his foot over here and got some W's. He done came over here and got a dub. Who was that he fought? Who is Joe Hanks? Joe Hanks, 23 wins, 3 losses. And Joe Hanks hasn't got a fight since losing to Joe Joyce. It's pretty sad. Yeah, so that's a good one. That's a good one right there. I want to see that one. Deontay Wilder versus Joe Joyce. Joyce coming off a win over Kristen Hammer. Deontay Wilder's coming back from an epic fight that's going to go down in the history books. It's definitely one that when you look back and watch Ali versus Foreman, Mayweather versus Gotti or Pacquiao, Wilder versus any of the Fury fights is definitely going to be up there because it delivers, right? The drama, the everything, the back and forth. It gave you everything till it couldn't give you no more. And it left you satisfied for a fight. Now, it might not left you happy, but it left you satisfied. If you was a Fury fan, pulling for Fury, it left you happy. If you was a Wilder fan, not quite so much, right? Because your fighter's in one of the best fights in the last, few decades, but he's on the losing end of the stick. But I think Wilder just coming back. If Joe Joyce really wants to grow, because he's not really growing in the USA like that. He fought a couple times, but again, I didn't even remember those fights. I didn't remember. I think he needs to fight Deontay Wilder. Take the fight in the USA. They're going to put Deontay Wilder on pay-per-view. It's going to do probably between 350 to maybe 800,000 pay-per-views. And if Joe Joyce can win that, then, the road is paved. It's green light. Show me the money. He did it. But if not, that's a damn good fight for Wilder but you know what? It's a fight that people will be looking at the power of Deontay Wilder, because if he cannot knock out Joe Joyce, once it says a lot about Joe Joyce's head. Joe Joyce has a head, but if he can knock out Joe Joyce, I don't even know if I've seen Joe Joyce like extreme. Has he been dropped before? I don't know if he's been dropped before, but if Wilder can flatline Joe Joyce, it's going to tell you two things. One, the power is still there and is extremely real. And two, he just does better against fighters not as slick as Fury. Fury's just a very slick, crafty fighter, outside and inside. He's just very slick, and Fury messed up only a couple times in the last fight, and that's when he put his head on a straight line trying to come low, and you can't do that against Deontay Wilder, because he's going to come right back down that straight line, and remember, he hit Fury in the top of the cranium, which people use their head to cause damage in a boxing match. Not a boxing match, but a fight. Remember, people headbutt in a fight to cause damage. And Wilder knocked you out in one of the hardest parts of your body. But in doing so, the man injured his hand. And for Wilder to be having an injured hand since like the 3rd round or 4th, whenever that was, until the 11th round, to keep fighting, knowing that his main weapon had already been cracked. Now, the Dylan White fight. Remember, guys, Wilder is coming back. He has confirmed it, right? So right now, I'm just throwing out hypothetical fights that I would love to see next. And I'm looking at the WBC rankings. Wilder is number 1. Joe Joyce is number 2. Looks like a good fight. Joe Joyce is on a winning streak, has not lost, 14 wins, but he's 36 years old. Still don't have the experience that Deontay Wilder has. as a professional. But outside of that, one of the biggest matches that they can sell is Dylan White. Dylan White versus Deontay Wilder. That is a fight that many White fans want to see, many Wilder fans want to see. And even though we both want to see it and on two different sides of the fences, only one of us going to be right. Now, I'm on the Wilder side of things. I think Wilder versus White, I think White going to go to sleep, man. I think once Wilder hit White, Dylan going to see that white light flash and a blurry 6, 7. Just stay down. Just stay down. No. And then they'll help him up at the count of 10. You know, he'll say the fight was stopped early. Listen, I want to see it. I would pay pay-per-view to go see it. I wish I can get credentials to go to the fight. I would love it. So I think Joe Joyce, Dylan White, those are really good fights. White's coming off of a loss. Wilder coming off of a loss. Still a fight they can build up because it has a lot of history between the two. They're both coming off a loss and somebody has to win. Let's see. Robert Helenius, for me, I think that's a good fight. I think I don't think it's as big as White, or maybe not even Joe Joyce, but I think they can sell it. Robert Helenius because of his size, because of his record, and because of what he did to Adam Konoski. Those are my three. Those are the three people I want to see him have his first fight back with. You know what? I can't get to the second and third fight. I can't get there yet. But I just want to get him back. Listen, guys, for the heavyweight division, for boxing, period, Deontay Wilder is a fighter that brings to the sport. He keeps eyes on the sport. And when Deontay Wilder fights, and whoever's under his undercourt, you're going to get more shine than being under his undercourt, most likely, than if you headlining your own court or under somebody else's. Definitely a win getting Deontay Wilder back. I am extremely excited. I want to see who he's going to fight. I want to hear more about it. I want to hear that bomb squad chant, that war cry, to get ready and go back in action. I plan on being live for this weekend, Derek Chisora versus Pulev. I want to call that. Remember, guys, that is a UK fight, so most likely that will be an earlier fight. Don't miss it. Make sure you have subscribed to the channel, hit the notification bell, so when I go live, you don't miss it. Remember, I normally go live. If it's a good undercard, I will go live way enough time. If not, definitely by the co-main event. Gives people time to jump on so we can give you this work. And Derek Chisora, to me, Derek Chisora has cracked a code that a lot of fighters had trouble doing. And that code is to be able to lose fights and still sell fights no matter what. I don't know if it's because he's likable, because he just comes to bring war, because he's not coming out there claiming, I'm the best in the world, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this. He's coming out there to give you exactly what you expect. I'm going to come forward and I'm going to bring the fight. And they got him again headlining against Pulev. And Chisora, he got to have at least 7, 8 losses by now, right? He done lost to the tough fights. But he cracked that code. But all right, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. I might do some more videos. I know I'm going to go live tomorrow. And then Sunday, I might do some videos that I'm going to post Monday or Tuesday next week. But guys, salute. Thank you guys for watching. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Sharing is caring. Bomb Squad, Mr. Deontay Wilder, a.k.a. Bomb Squad, is back. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned.